I am excited to share an insightful story titled The Weight of Silence. Frank was familiar with being watched. The stares varied, sometimes filled with pity or curiosity, but they rarely conveyed true understanding. He lost his right arm in a car accident at 13. Now, 3 years later, as a first-year university student, he struggled to blend in, as people often notice his difference before learning his name. It began with subtle comments in the dining hall and some mocking impressions in group chats. In his psychology class, a guy commented saying, "Must be hard typing essays with one hand," followed by laughter. At first, he didn't react. He told himself he was stronger, that these ignorant people weren't worth his energy. But the silence grew heavy, like a burden he had to carry. He went to his advisor, Dr. Helen, an older woman who had always treated him with quiet respect. "I'm tired," Frank declared. "Tired of pretending it doesn't affect me. Tired of holding back my voice." That night, Frank wrote. Not for his blog, not for a grade, but for himself. He wrote about pain, about healing, about the shame and rage and hope braided into his everyday. Then, with trembling hands, he submitted it to the university magazine. A month later, his essay, "What You See and What You Don't," was published and quickly spread among students, professors, and local media. People began to see him not just as the boy with one arm, but as Frank the writer and survivor. An old classmate approached him weeks later, saying, "I had no idea. I'm sorry." He smiled, not needing her apology or understanding to validate herself anymore. Frank learned that courage isn't the absence of pain, but speaking through it. The first step to overcoming bullying is refusing to carry the silence it feeds on.